They'll give him the ball, like you said, a lot, early, often, and he's a guy that can make game-breaking plays. The offense is built around his ability to run the football, Jesse, make big plays for this offense.
Yeah, he really shoulders the load, right, in more ways than one. The offense goes as this guy goes. So it's going to be important in this one. They get him going early and often.
They'll go to the ground. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
To the air, it's Howard. Fires to the right. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target over the middle. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chain.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now the play fake. Throws for the tight end. Already find a hole in that secondary. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with the first down.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. This offense trying to quieten the crowd on first and goal, and they are not cooperating. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
Coach suggestions, there are 6 categories. SSLB, SS looks free. Cover 9.
Now second and goal and right in the teeth of this noise. Trying to barge their way in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Purdue! Up and over, Yamo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it, a lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, and get that touchdown.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this run.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Cross the 30 to the 35, and that's a gain of 6.
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles, which could have been set up in a long yardage situation. Now it becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
The passing game continues to be prolific, and as much as Ohio State has been built on toughness, They've been built recently on the efficient passing game.
So many good quarterbacks. And you know you're going to get great play calling, great offensive design. Ohio State offenses every year, year after year, the names change, but the production continues to be the same.
Not a lot of daylight there. Let's give him 1 to the 14.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score of the season.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack.
What an individual effort that time, beating his guy and getting in the backfield and making a play. Ohio State has had so many dominant D-linemen in recent years, right? The Bosa brothers, Chase Young. You know those guys are watching this game. They're proud of what they just saw. This dude is a game winner.
And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And this crowd loves a good pass rusher in the line of Chase Young, the Bosa's. Jim still wagging. The Buckeyes can get after the quarterback.
And when the crowd's going nuts like it does in the shoe, it just makes it easier to rush the pass. So the snap count is silent. It's predictable. And then you pin your ears back. And that's why they've had so many great pass rushers at Ohio State.
Better find the ear plug. Here comes the noise. Backing this defense on 3rd down. Coming after it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
Yeah, how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? You be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense.
Touch pass on the run. Afterburners coming. The 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Ohio State.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter out there. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them to football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. He's got an open man. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
They're trying to get to it. He's got his man. And he is run out of bounds as they go backwards there and just avoided the contact. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Trying to get to it. Oh, he's going backwards, in trouble, and down he goes. A tremendous loss. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Steps away. He'll let it go down the right side. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah.
Oh, ball's out! It's as if that ball had a magnet going back to the offense. How in the world did they keep it? You want to talk about hearts and throats when that ball was on the ground? The offense recovered its own fumble. Pulls and fires complete.
Well, a great job by the quarterback understanding where the pressure was coming from and understanding where his outlet was. And David, you know, it's demoralizing, I expect, from a defensive standpoint when you think you've dialed up the blitz and you think you're getting home.
Yeah, and you're doing what you can to try to pressure the QB, and you're bringing extra guys, but sometimes that comes at a sacrifice.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Really need to pick up some yardage this time on second and long. The give to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. He's got it. Touchdown, Boilermakers! What a catch and run for 6.
There are 6 categories.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust it right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here, just give him some easy looks to let him get right.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Pulls it and fires to the left. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncovered.
The Buckeyes are on the move.
19 options, inside zone is selected.
Looking for a gap. It's Judkins. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks it down. That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here.
Jeremiah Smith, you have 45 options.
The defense trying to get a stop on third down from the 44. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. Discards him with the stiff arm. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Oh, look out! Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal.
It's so hard for a defense to have to stop plays like that because it really forces you to play with great eye discipline. You see the pre-snap motion. Defense doesn't...
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. The Boilermakers send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
They'll give him 4 yards on the carry. It's down at the 8-yard line. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. From the gun, running back gets to give. He's able to fight his way for a couple of yards, but it'll be 4th down and 3. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Buckeyes looking to convert on 4th down. They'll try it on the ground. He's not going to get there. Stop short on 4th down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stuff.
How about this crowd rattling the rafters and trying to help their defense?
Let's see if this offense can answer the bell. Their coaches challenged them all week long. When they got down to the red zone, we've got to be able to run the football because we're going up against a top 10 rushing defense. Let's see if they can step up here and get it done.
He's got his man. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I know we're a long way up here in the booth, but guys, y'all remember that ball you could throw that whistled? That thing was whistling. It had so many RPMs on it.
Makes the grab. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. They'll throw it on 1st down. And he makes the catch, but he can't stay in bounds. That'll be incomplete.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Got his man downfield. Oh, he's so hard to get on the ground. He's got room. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. A beautifully placed ball to the outside and the toe drag for the big pickup.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next day.
Nothing but green ahead. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Pulls it in the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 6 categories.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. Trailed a little bit in the first half. Stayed calm. This passing game can continue to heat up. Look out in the second half.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points, and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And it's caught inside the 30. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. They'll throw it on first down. Unloads it left. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
Storm break.
We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, looks like we've got a great one going down in Columbus today. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. And with that, we send it back to the guys in the shoe.
Entering play call, special teams.
The Buckeyes will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Paul? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustment.
And they got him for the sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
On second down, wants to throw it. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
That's a great individual effort by him right there. When I think about Ohio State football, too, especially on defense, right, it's the legacy of the silver bullets, guys flying around, giving great effort and getting to the football, but it all has to start up front on the D-line. You've got to be dominant at that position. Right there, you just saw that, the ability to win one-on-one and make it play.
And the Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Continuing to turn and move it forward. They're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Third and short now from their own 48. To the ground to try to pick up the first. And the Buckeyes will move the sticks.
So far, everything's just seemed to work for this offense when they wanted to run the football. Regardless of what down and distance it is, they're able to get it done. Up front, getting a lot of push, and these backs are finding the holes.
And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal flag.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Runs through a tackle.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Not much room. They pick up a 2 down to the 28. Third and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And he's brought down after a nice game.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. On the ground, it's Judkins. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Ooh, and I love the running back here. Running into the blitz, he saw the extra defender. He was able to put his foot in the ground and make a miss. That was a good play.
Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south. Get a first down. Get a new set of downs.
5WR3U.
The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and goal. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Touchdown, Ohio State! And that one will put them up here in the second half. And the extra point makes it a 28-21 score. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that is a major reason why this team is losing the football game. They can't protect the quarterback. They can't generate big plays in the passing game because up front, they're getting beaten time and time again.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Listen, I would get rid of that thing fast too if I've been sacked that many times today. They're coming every angle. Everybody's coming. They've got to me the whole day. Can somebody please get my back?
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did so.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. Back to pass, it's Howard. Unloads to the wideout. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they're dragging down after a good return on the interception.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. A couple ways with it.
When you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
Throws to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Boilermakers! Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing, he's working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the risk.
Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, take a knee, take, no, yes. Over 100 yards for kickoff return. Nice job taking that in the end zone, making a huge play.
They're lining up for the kickoff, and let's see if this return team can answer with a score of its own. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I love this.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
That's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and take up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A gap or the B gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
Works his way ahead for 3 out to the 14.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And now they've lost the ball here. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. And he's out of bounds at the 2. Almost a pick six, but they're set up on the doorstep.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover 0. When I play cover 0, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
And this is the area of the field where you need a really good back. You can depend on, you can give him the football. He's going to hit a little crease and just lower his shoulder, be physical, be powerful. You saw last week he got a rushing touchdown. I look for this offense to continue to feed him and maybe get him another one.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points. They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money, he's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good, really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Another sack on the day. This offense has to do something different. Maybe bring in more bodies, run max protection, keep more guys in the block, only send a couple guys out to run pass patterns. You got to do something different. But bottom line, you got to protect that QB.
Oh, he can't hang on. That one was nearly picked off. Instead, he'll force a 4th down. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He's got great speed. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen.
You have 45 options. RPO red. Across X. Florida screen. GL short. Flood HD flat. RPO red, but bubble.
First down to start the drive after the break. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. To the 10. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I love this type of play because it looks like a jet sweep. The defense, they're a bit confused pre-snap. They don't know who has the ball, and all of a sudden, that guy with his speed is in the second level of the defense before the defense even knows what happened.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Right back to the well. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run is coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they...
Touchdown, Ohio State! And the route is on. That score might be the one to put them over the top and run this winning streak to 9. And they tacked on the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Offense getting set for first down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
And back to the air on 2nd down. He's right on target. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
And this has been one of those days you want to forget. I mean, you're getting drunk. There's no other way to put it. It's been a bad day. I'm trying to put a drive together here, maybe to just get some kind of momentum, something positive, maybe something in the locker room we can talk about that didn't go well.
Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that's a really good job by the defense. Understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Pulls and throws off the RPO. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And I tell you what, all this spread offense, man, it's really accentuated receivers in so many different shapes and sizes. But this guy, they're going to find him. They're going to find him early. They're going to find him often. He's made so many plays throughout the season and really been the feature of this offense. And this dude has worked his way. He might get a trip to New York as a wide receiver. That is not normal, and neither is this dude.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
I think a big key in this team's success today has been their ability to run the football. They've been able to just hand it off and go churn out yards. They've had this defense on their heels all game long. It's given them a big cushion in this game so far. Let's see if they can keep it up.
He's brought down solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. Looking for a man, it's Howard. They get to him as he throws. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And the stomping has commenced. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. And with the way he's throwing it right now, there are some big names at the top of that record list. J.T. Barrett, Dwayne Haskins, Justin Fields might be getting ready to move them down a notch.
And moving those guys down, that's a day. That's the day you dream about. That's the day where the ball's barely touching the ground, you're in a zone, and everything is going your way.
Trying to find his man on first down. And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. First down here for the offense.
SSLB blitz is selected.
Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. It's complete to the left. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
And with that pass right there, over 300 yards. That's a good day at the office. Being able to execute, doing a good job seeing what's coming, anticipating, taking some shots today, but has held really strong, put up some good numbers.
Makes the grab. It's McCoby. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. The line to gain here is the 43-yard line, and it's third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Tremendous awareness along the sideline and the ability to get the foot down for the big pickup.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his play.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
Man, I've been there before as a quarterback. Sometimes you just wish the game would already be over, right? You've had nothing go your way all game long. You're trailing late. They're still getting sacks. You just want to go back to the locker room. You want to get in the ice tub and start healing for next week.
First down sack pushes it back. Now it's second down. He's back to throw on second down. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, this guy must feel like he's running into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it.
And that's exactly what you want to do. Late in the ball game with the lead, establish the run, establish the physicality. And you know what helps? That clock up there, it continues to tick. So let's see if they choose to keep the ball on the ground and stay conservative and run that clock.
He'll toss it. They'll finally make the tackle, but that option was executed to perfection. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. He'll pitch it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down.
And I think the biggest thing for this young man is we've seen him be so great all throughout the season. How do you finish? And how do you finish decides if you win that big trophy at the end of the year. He's in the Heisman running late in the season. I bet you he'll get a lot of touches today.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Now adjusting. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State! And the punishment has been extended. The lead pros, you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And they did tack on that extra point, no problem. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we'd have just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those.
Off he goes. I'm sorry, you're unlikely to win today, but here's the fabulous part of it. A late touchdown.
6 categories.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, and this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass, it's Howard. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He'll let one go down the right side. And here's the 5th interception by this quarterback. He'll finally go out of bounds, but he was showing off all the skills after that interception.
There are 10 categories.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. And guys, they really need to make something happen on this 3rd and long. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. And they'll kick it from the left side. A 44-yard try. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Final minute, this game's on ice. They can take a knee and run out the clock.
This offense has to feel great with how they're able to go out, execute, and perform big plays all game long. I think it's sending a statement to the future defenses down the road on the schedule. They're going to be tough to contend with.
Yeah, I mean, they got firepower, putting up so many points. This thing is easily over. Now they can just chillax, go back.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he reels it in inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day. And apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring. And the defense better do something about it.
Onside kick.
They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the 4th quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Beat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the 4th quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding. They're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game. To throw, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? He goes out of bounds, but he creates the turnover and a great opportunity for his offense. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to throw on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Last pass falls incomplete, and that's going to do it. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, you know, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get actually just kind of one stop with this many points that was being scored. You got the stop late. That's why you got the dub.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Entering post-game screen, you have 3 options. Stats is selected. Return to HUD. Entering weekly advanced summary screen.